What if I told you that you can bootstrap a Spring Boot application with just one line? And you can do that by using the Spring init, which is a tool that you can download or install on your machine. And with just one line, you can do a lot of things and avoid you to go to the website and initialize our application. So let's see how can we do it. So the first, what is the Spring Boot command line interface? It's just a command line tool to bootstrap your Spring Boot projects, meaning that you write just a command on your command line and will provide everything that you usually do using the Spring initializer. That's why I wrote it here. Spring init replaces all of this. You don't need to go to the web. You just write Spring init with a few parameters after that, and you have a project created for you. So let's see how can we do it. First, you have to install, of course, the Spring Boot command line interface. You can do it, of course, in macOS, Linux, Windows, and I provided two ways in Windows, the scoop and choco here. But if you want to follow step by step, or maybe it doesn't work on your machine when you look into this, you can go to this doc springs.io, Spring Boot installing, getting started installing CLI. At the end of the day, just search for Spring Boot command line interface, and it should be easy for you to target this page on the Spring Boot website. So now let's create our project. Spring init. After, of course, you install the Spring Boot command line interface, you add the dependencies. You can provide a list of the dependencies. In our case, you'll just create a simple REST controller. So we only need web. Then we choose our build system. I have chosen Maven to be simpler here. Now the Java version and the name of the project. Then you enter into the folder and you are ready to build or start to adding classes. So at the end of the day, this command replaces completely this dependencies list that you usually have on the web. And after you execute this command, you should see something similar to this. Maven source, the usual main and tests here. The target, it's because I already compiled, but a lot of files, they are created for you. So now let's add our controller to our application. Since everything is created, you can go directly to this package demo. Just create the hello controller, or if you can choose your own controller, of course. Copy paste this code, or it's a simple one, REST controller, hello controller, don't forget the mapping and just a method, and you return the string, meaning that when you target the localhost 88, you should be able to see this message on your browser. So you just run using the Maven, the usual way, Spring Boot :run. In Windows, of course, it's the command line Windows. Then you should see your Spring Boot application starting. So you should see this on the output on the command line. And after you write localhost 88, you should see hello from Spring Boot command line interface. If you like this video and you like architecture videos, please follow my channel. Thank you.